One day I want to work up the courage to wear this hat in public when I talk to girls. I just like literally, that's like, I have approach anxiety of hitting on chicks with this hat.
You haven't worn that in public?
No,
I dated a girl that wore that on like our second date.
I don't have the confidence to pull it off. I don't have the huevos. I'm a little pussy.
The title of this video is you deserve better than a maybe in dating. What I mean by this, I want to like pin down where maybe not all, but much of the frustration and pain in dating is for men. And I think that is when in your mind there is a situation with a girl, potential there. There's potential. That's the point. There's potential, and everything in your mind is like a maybe. There's a maybe a chance that you have a sexual relationship. There's maybe a chance you have a romantic relationship. And it manifests in two ways, practically speaking. One is you are obsessed with a girl, or like making stuff up in your mind about a girl that you haven't approached or told that you like her. And the other one is when you are trying to get with a girl and she's kind of a maybe on you. So she doesn't give you the no and she doesn't give you the yes, but she sticks somewhere in that middle ground. And I think it ranges from like everything that isn't quite like when they're like, oh, maybe we need to get to know each other a bit more, or maybe if she gives you any answer that isn't a no, essentially, which is much better. Like you and I would say to everyone, you want to get rejected, like especially if it's like you've been ballsy enough to go up and approach someone quickly. You want to get rejected if she doesn't like you. What you don't want is to be strung along ever. Like you just don't want that. So those are the two situations: men being strung along and men stringing themselves along in their head because they haven't approached.
Yeah, it's almost like there's two. Either you're playing it too safe as the guy, or she's playing it safe and kind of just being wishy-washy and not giving a definitive answer. And girls play it safe too. Like a lot of the reason why you'll get a maybe from a woman, if you actually ask her, if you have female friends, they'll say because they don't want to hurt your feelings. And
yeah, so that's the other problem, yeah.
Bro,
what is a rejection is masked. Rejection is being masked, basically, because she wants to let you down gently, which is actually not what to do. Please don't do that.
No,
if the girls watching this.
Any women listening, and guys listening who do the same thing, when you think you're letting someone down gently, you're killing them slowly in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Just say the truth.
One shot to the head, please. One shot to the back of the head that I don't know is coming.
Yeah, I want you to Jeffrey Epstein me. Just fucking put me out of my misery, and we call it a suicide. Like, you know what I mean? This video is not getting monetized.
You think he was shot? I was like, you want to hang yourself? Like, I don't. That's like, that's fucking weird. Maybe cut this bit out.
Anyway, listen. Hey, back on topic. So, yeah, a lot of the time it's her just messing around, wasting time. She's not giving a definitive answer because she doesn't have the, I guess, honesty, I guess the communication skills, whatever you want to call it, to say no. And guys will literally, while we're using this analogy, hang themselves for weeks, months, years, like working on a girl, thinking if I can just keep working on her, maybe I'll convince her. Maybe I can turn that maybe into a yes.
Okay, maybe then there's actually three situations then. There's the one where the guy isn't making an approach. There's one where the girl wants to reject but says maybe, it's like maybe instead because she thinks it's better. And then there is the actual like, not quite. There's the actual kind of that a girl does too, where it's
like you're feeling.
Oh, I'm into them, but I don't know if I want to sleep with them yet, or I don't know. I remember when I was younger, it was like I don't know if I want to make out with you yet, which is like more of a high school thing, like that kind of stuff. Like I don't know if I want to be physical. I like this guy, but I don't know if I want to be physical with him. Basically, that's a situation. Now, with that situation, I think it's entirely down to the guy's judgment whether he does anything there or not. Because I think. I'm going to tell you the strongest thing you can do is walk away from every maybe. But like, as in like, if you get a maybe answer, a non-committal answer, the strongest thing you can do as a guy is just completely walk away and be like, hey, I'm only interested. If you're like, unless you're like as interested in me as I am in you, this isn't really going to work for me. So I'm going to like, just kind of cut it here. And then sometimes at that point, she's like, oh, okay, then maybe I am into you. There's sometimes a conversation that can be had, but like also, if you're like, she's like way further down the line where she's like, oh no, I need to go on like, 6 dates with you. And like, I need to really figure out whether or not I like you or not. I would suggest a lot of guys walk away, but I'm not going to fucking tell guys what to do. It is up to your judgment, like how into you she is and like how much it is about her being slow. And maybe she just likes to go slowly or whatever, whether or not it is actually kind of, she's like, fuck yes, but she just goes slowly. that can happen. So it is gonna, a lot of this stuff is down to like your personal judgment of like whether you stick it out and like keep dating someone who doesn't seem like wholly convinced that they're into you.
Yeah, we've found dating, sex relationships, all of that stuff so much better when you find the people that are excited to be with you, the people that are like a hell yes rather than a maybe or a, I got to figure it out. What you're talking about there, where you say some women, some people like to go a little bit slow. Yeah, but that's not a maybe. Like that's, if she can clearly communicate to you, yeah, I like you. It just might take me a little while before we get to sex. That's not a maybe, that's a yes. That's just, I'm taking a little while to get there. Like, I've dated so many women like that, like, especially Asian girls, virgins, who say, like, I'm not ready to have sex on the first, second, or third date. And I'm like, yeah, no shit.
When you say Asian, do you mean like, what do you mean? Sorry, can I clarify Asian? You mean like traditional household raised in traditional households or cultures? You mean that? Yeah,
proper Vietnamese, Chinese, like, fresh off the boat.
What you did was slip into the Australian racist pattern rather than just say traditional household raising. You just went for the Australian version of that.
Asians, yes. Foreigners, the foreigners. When the foreigners,
that could apply to like Jewish girls and like Amish girls, and it could apply to so many
conservative people. Yeah, and so that's a yes. That's a hell yes. Basically, the point of this video, what we're trying to get at here, is like so much pain for men and women, but we're talking to men here. So much pain in dating comes from them trying to work on a girl or playing it safe and not going for a yes or a no, like holding back, not really asking her out, not making a move, not saying like, can I kiss you? Do you want to come back to mine? Because they're playing it safe. Or she's kind of giving vague answers and he goes, oh, I don't want to rock the boat. I guess I'll just keep working on her and maybe it will turn into a yes.
I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to ruin whatever there could be here. It's, you see the potential and you think I'm going to hold on to the potential and not let go of it. That is what I was trying to say about this. That's exactly, you're hanging on to potential, and potential. Didn't Chris write potential means nothing? Something like that. Opportunity means nothing is what he wrote. And he's like, there's loads of girls out there you think are like an opportunity or there's potential, but it doesn't mean anything. What actually means something is if you guys are in a sexual relationship already or you're in a romantic relationship already. That's the only time any of that actually means anything. And like you're getting high sometimes on potential in your head and not on what's actually happening in the real world.
Yes. A lot of people, like women do this as much as men. Fuck, man. But a lot of people will sit there thinking about the hypothetical and they'll go, well, we could be perfect for each other. Or if I just don't screw this up, I might get laid or we might have a relationship or something beautiful might happen. And then they'll play it so safe. They're playing not to lose. They're like, I better not fuck this up. I better not fuck this up. I can't make a move because then she'll reject me. She'll change her mind. It would have been too much too soon. I'll put her off. And it's like, no, she was a maybe from the very beginning. You were literally fantasizing about someone that was a maybe. The only way that you know if someone is into you is by directly asking them, are you into me? Or I guess you could say making a move as well. But like literally figuring out, does this person like me? You say, do you fucking like me? Or can I kiss you? Or do you want to come back to my place? Do you want to get sexual? How are you feeling? What do you want? Like you have to say something or make a move. Anything outside of that is you literally in your own head. And people will spend years, man, essentially friend zoning themselves with like a maybe girl because they're playing out the fantasy, like you said, in their head going, yeah, but maybe something beautiful could happen. It's like, none of that is real. None of that is real until, like, this sounds like a crazy thing to say, but none of that is real until it actually happens for real. It's you fantasizing in your head. How much of like dating pain comes from people just being in their own head, making shit up, man? Like most of it.
100%. The second you get out of your head, the second you stop ruminating and fantasizing is like really helps, basically. And that doesn't mean don't get excited about someone, but get excited about what's actually fucking happened and what like is and what like is going to happen on a date you're on, rather than like, I don't know. I remember fantasizing about girls I had never spoken to and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like back in like, when I was way younger, obviously, like, And so, there's like, definitely an element there. I definitely recommend, like, based on what we said earlier, like what I was saying was the two moves are like always basically reject maybes. Just be like, okay, that's not a yes, whatever. I don't want to get strung along. Just so you can say, I'm only if you're really interested, something like that. And the other thing is obviously tell girls as soon as you can if you recognize that you like, you are into them, and obviously if they're single, like if you realize you're into a married woman, I'm not saying that. I mean, if you're into like a girl who is available and you're like, oh yeah, okay, now you can do an approach, social, cold, whatever, message her. I don't care how you communicate this, but like, yeah, it's about moving early. You feel way less shitty if you move early, no matter what the result is. Because if you get a no and maybe it sucks and you don't like it, you get over it a lot quicker. But you're not going to get over it quicker if you let it fester for like months. Or like, just move quick and then reject maybes.
Guys will torture themselves with a maybe for months or years. Like, there's almost like a sick sort of, maybe sick's not the right word, but there's like a sadistic, masochistic pain, pleasure there. A lot of guys like are literally fucking whipping themselves, metaphorically speaking, by being in the friend zone and being like, oh God, this is so awful. This is so awful. And it's like, well, then just say to her, you're pretty. Do you want to go on a date with me? No, well, I can't, because then I might screw it up. And it's like, okay, then there's a part of you, if you're honest with yourself, that wants to be there. There's a part of you that's like literally self-flagellating and jerking yourself off at the same time over the fact that this maybe girl is taking forever to give you an answer and it's not fair and we could have something perfect. Like, you're literally living in theory, in hypothetical, in what might happen rather than what actually has. And we're not saying don't get excited about dates or don't get excited about people. I fantasize about people, so do you. We then just also take action to move it forwards. And if that person doesn't want to be with us or doesn't want to date us or whatever, then great. Like, you move on, you get over it, you feel the feelings, like all of that stuff. But like, living in this hypothetical of maybe I could turn a maybe into a yes, either shut up and do it or move on and talk to the next person. And if you guys want any more help with this, jump into the Abundance Collective. I'll leave a link down below. That's our affordable coaching program. You can turn those maybes into a yes or into a I'm going to talk to the next girl. When you're in our community, everyone else is going to give you the exact same advice. Move on, brother, or make a move.